Grab your backpack and sharpen your pencils. Welcome to our Back to School special here on Spectrum News 1. I'm Julie Chapman. For the next half hour, we are going to open the books to explore the major headlines heading into the school year in districts across the state. One of those is an unprecedented challenge for superintendents here in New York. Hundreds of migrant children, brand new to our country, have been and are continuing to enroll in public school systems. Most of these children don't speak any English. That had district leaders scrambling to come up with a plan to educate these children when resources are already stretched thin. Leisha Sherman is a science teacher setting up her classroom at Pinewood Elementary School in Rotterdam, knowing this year will be like no other. The Mahonison School District is dealing with an influx of migrant families that have been sent to upstate New York communities from New York City. These asylum seekers are new to our country and have been temporarily placed in local hotels. Now teachers like Sherman are planning to do whatever they can to help.
I'm excited to meet these students. There's a whole lot of layers to what these students are going to need from us, but our teachers are empathetic, compassionate people who really look forward, I think, to the challenge of helping these families and these children.
Roughly 70 migrant children are enrolled in the Mahonison School District this fall. Federal law states local schools are obligated to provide all children, regardless of immigration status, with equal access to public education. The Mahonison school community is eager to help those living in Rotterdam's Super 8 motel, knowing many of these families have suffered terrible tragedies and escaped their homelands with nothing.
We're only starting to learn the different stories. Some are heartbreaking, frankly, for anybody who has a family and children and some of the stuff they've gone through.
Superintendent Shannon Shine says most of the migrant children are from South American countries and speak a variety of languages. The district worked quickly to have at least 5 English language teachers on hand this fall. To start, the migrant students will be together in separate classrooms, but still with everyone inside the schools.
We don't really want students to not integrate. We want them to integrate, but we also want what's best for them clinically in terms of learning English and coming up to speed as fast as they can.
So what impact will this have on the current students and class sizes?
If you're that 5th grade parent or that 5th grade student, nothing's going to change for you. And in fact, if you get to associate with or play with or learn with students from another country, another culture, I'm actually going to say that your experience is going to be enriched.
Shine says after meeting with many of the migrant families, the school community realized it had to do more. The school food pantry has been stocked, and new clothing fills the school's free closet. There are laundry machines and other necessities, so everyone feels supported.
Our mission has been to embrace, welcome, care for, and now educate these students and help support the families. We're not ignorant that there's politics surrounding this, whether it's at the state level or the city or federal level, but that's not our purview. That's outside of what we do.
And Lisa Sherman knows all about the politics. Besides being a teacher, she is the president of the school's teachers union, which is now working closely with state union leaders to push for much needed reimbursements.
NYSA has reached out to me and we're working on advocacy for more funding because all of this is costing money and we don't want that to be a burden to our local taxpayer when New York City has received so much money to address this.
As Sherman prepares to teach, and Shine prepares to lead his district through this unprecedented time, they both feel in the end the entire Mahonison school community will be in a better place.
These are our kids, and we will also support the families because they're in our community. So while I want stuff to be addressed at the state and city and federal levels, I really want people to show caring and compassion and empathy and get these people back on their feet, and we can do that.
Now more than ever before, the State Attorney General and the New York State Education Commissioner are reminding district officials to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion, especially in teachers' lesson plans and curriculum, when disciplining students for improper behavior or conduct, preventing and responding to bullying, and protecting students' rights. State Attorney General Letitia James making sure every student in New York is entitled to learn, grow, and discover, no matter their background. She says some states, including Texas, Florida, and Missouri, are banning books and canceling classes, while New York State is making it clear that diversity, equity, and inclusion will always be protected and central to our children's education. New York's Dignity for All Students Act, which took effect in 2012 and was updated in 2021, requires all public schools to create an educational environment where students are free to learn without fear of discrimination, harassment, or intimidation. Between books, backpacks, and clothes, parents have a lot to balance financially at the start of every school year, and then throw food on top of that. Well, the state has allocated millions of dollars to provide meals for students who attend schools in impoverished neighborhoods. But as our Cara Burnett tells us, advocates are calling for even more funding in an effort to establish a universal school meals program.
There's no income guidelines, so oh, very nice, baby.
While looking after this little one,
oh, it smells so good. Bless you.
Charlie Stead and her husband also have a 14-year-old daughter. With a lot to juggle financially, they're hoping to take one thing off of their very full plate, and that's having to pay for school lunches.
The prices are just astronomical for everything. Even my dog food went up $20 in the past couple months.
Charlie allocates about $100 a month for school meals.
Inflation has been tough on our family, especially when we're not in that income bracket that puts us at the poverty level.
In this year's state budget, lawmakers allocated $134 million to expand free school meals. The funding allows for more high-poverty schools to provide breakfast and lunch at no cost to all students.
It reduces stigma, it improves access by reducing paperwork burdens, and it completely eliminates this issue of school meal debt that can accrue.
However, the investment doesn't cover all schools across the state.
Many of our smaller or rural schools may not be able to meet the eligibility threshold for the program. Free school meals for all is a proven strategy for reducing food insecurity, supporting learning, bolstering educational equity.
There are dozens of schools in upstate New York that'll be providing free lunches for all this year, regardless of a family's income. Thanks to Community Eligibility Provision, or CEP, almost 7,000 schools nationwide qualified for CEP this year.
It equates to a savings of about $140 per month per child in grocery costs. That is significant relief.
Relief for families like Charlie, who's waiting to see if her district will be eligible for free meals in the new school year.
I get approximately 4 low balance reminders a month. It seems like a lot because it is weekly.
There are 9 states that will provide meals at no cost to all of their students this school year: Massachusetts, California, Colorado, Maine, Michigan, Minnesota, New Mexico, Vermont, and Nevada.
And she also shared with me that she felt uncomfortable bringing her lunch because all of her friends were getting their lunch at school.
Charlie is hoping New York will soon join that list.
It's just a lot of money out of pocket that we really just don't have.
Cara Burnett, Spectrum News.
Coming up, the wheels on the bus go round and round. You know the song, but they only keep rolling if there is a bus driver behind the wheel. The problem companies and districts are seeing is a shortage in interest of people looking to become bus drivers. After the break, we hit the road to determine what is causing this and what's being done to make sure our kids can get to and from school safely. Stay with Spectrum News 1, our back to school special. We'll be back after this.